Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily English Actually. I'm Sophie, and I'm here with Alex.
Good to see you all again. How's everyone doing today?
I hope you're all doing well. So, Alex, how was your weekend? You look a little tired.
Oh man, you noticed? Yeah, I'm pretty exhausted actually. I couldn't sleep well last night. I kept waking up.
Oh no, that's not good. Was something bothering you?
Well, honestly, I've been feeling really stressed lately. Work has been crazy and excuse me, I just can't seem to turn my brain off at night.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. You know what? This is actually perfect timing because today we're talking about stress and how to express it in English.
Yeah, I'm like the perfect example today, right? I'm walking, talking stress.
Well, let's use this as a learning opportunity. So, listeners, stress is something everyone experiences, right? Whether you're learning English, working, studying, or just dealing with daily life, we all feel stressed sometimes.
Absolutely. And you know what? I think it's really important to be able to talk about stress in English, especially if you're working in an English-speaking environment or studying abroad.
Exactly. So today, we're going to have a very natural conversation about different types of stress, and we'll teach you useful vocabulary and expressions along the way.
Yeah, and don't worry, we'll keep it simple and practical. These are words and phrases you can use in real life.
Perfect. So, Alex, you mentioned you've been stressed at work. What's going on?
Oh man, where do I start? So, my boss has been giving me tons of extra projects lately. Like, on top of my normal work, I have to finish these reports by Friday.
Oh, that sounds overwhelming.
Overwhelming, yes, that's exactly the word. I feel completely overwhelmed.
Okay, listeners, let's pause here for a second. Overwhelmed is a really useful word. Alex, can you explain what overwhelmed means?
Sure, when you feel overwhelmed, it means you have too much to do or too many things to think about. It's like everything is too much and you don't know where to start. You feel kind of buried under all your responsibilities.
Great explanation. For example, I felt overwhelmed last semester when I had 3 exams in 1 week. Or, I feel overwhelmed when I have to clean my entire house in one day.
Yeah, exactly. Or like me right now, I'm overwhelmed with work projects. I have 5 different things due at the same time.
5 things? No wonder you're stressed. So what kinds of projects are they?
Well, there's this big presentation I have to give on Thursday, and then these 3 reports for different clients, and then there's this new training I have to complete online. It's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. And you mentioned your boss is giving you all of this.
Yeah, he just keeps adding more and more to my plate. That's another good expression. Adding to my plate.
Oh, that's a good one. So adding to my plate means...
It means giving you more work or more responsibilities. Like, imagine your plate at dinner. If someone keeps putting more food on it, eventually it's too full, right? Same with work.
I love that expression. So your boss keeps adding to your plate. Does he realize how much work you already have?
I don't think so. Or maybe he does, but he doesn't care? I don't know. He just sends me emails at like 10 p.m. saying, "Hey Alex, can you finish this by tomorrow morning?"
Wait, 10 p.m.? That's so late.
I know. And the thing is, I feel like I can't say no because, he's my boss and I want to do a good job, but, oh man, it's affecting my sleep now.
Of course it is. That would stress anyone out. So you're getting work emails late at night and that's keeping you awake?
Yeah, And not just that. So last week, he asked me to work overnight.
Overnight? Like all night?
All night. He needed this report finished by morning for a meeting with a client in Tokyo. Different time zone, you know? So I had to stay up until 6 a.m. to finish it.
Oh my goodness, Alex, that's terrible. How did you manage?
Lots of coffee. Too much coffee, actually. My hands were shaking by the end.
I can imagine. So, listeners, when Alex talks about working overnight, that means working through the night, not sleeping at all. In American English, we also call this pulling an all-nighter.
Right. Pulling an all-nighter is super common to say, especially for students. Like, I pulled an all-nighter studying for my exam.
Exactly. I remember in college, I pulled so many all-nighters during finals week. Not fun.
No, definitely not fun. And honestly, after that overnight shift, I felt terrible the next day. Like I was exhausted, but I still had to go back to work.
That's so unhealthy. Did you tell your boss you needed rest?
No. I probably should have, but I didn't want to seem weak or like I couldn't handle the job.
I understand that feeling, but you know what? Taking care of yourself isn't a weakness. It's important to set boundaries.
Boundaries. Yes, that's another good word we should explain. So boundaries means the limits you set for yourself about what you will and won't accept. Like in work, it could be saying, I won't answer emails after 8 p.m. or I need weekends off to rest.
Exactly. Boundaries are really important for your mental health. Without boundaries, work can just take over your entire life.
Yeah, and that's kind of what's happening to me right now. I don't have good boundaries, so I'm checking my email all the time, even on weekends, even at night before bed.
And that's probably why you can't sleep well, right?
Probably, yeah. My brain just won't shut off. I keep thinking about work, about what I need to do tomorrow, about whether I forgot something.
That sounds really stressful. You're like lying in bed, but your mind is racing.
Exactly. Mind is racing. That's a perfect way to describe it. My mind is racing with all these thoughts and worries.
Okay, so mind is racing means your thoughts are going really, really fast, and you can't slow them down or stop them. It's like when you're thinking about a million things at once.
Right. And it's exhausting. Like physically, I'm tired, but mentally, I can't relax.
I totally get that. I've experienced that too, especially during stressful times. Do you do anything to try to calm down before bed?
Well, this is kind of embarrassing, but I've been scrolling through my phone a lot at night.
Oh, like reading news or social media?
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, it makes things worse because I end up reading all this negative news, about the economy, climate change, conflicts around the world.
No worries. But yeah, that's not helping you relax at all.
I know. It's actually called doom scrolling. Have you heard that term?
Doom scrolling. Oh, that's such a good word for this. Can you explain it to our listeners?
Sure. Doom scrolling is when you keep scrolling through bad news on your phone or computer, even though it makes you feel worse. It's like you can't stop, even though you know it's making you anxious or depressed.
Oh, I've definitely done that before. You start reading one article about something bad, and then you keep clicking and reading more and more negative stories.
Exactly. And before you know it, it's 2 a.m. and you're reading about 10 different terrible things happening in the world, and you feel awful.
And then you can't sleep because you're worried about everything.
Yeah, that's exactly what's been happening to me. I'll be lying in bed, scrolling through news, and I see all these stories about, like the economy crashing or political problems or...
Natural disasters?
Yes, or health scares, and this has been really bothering me lately. Stories about AI taking over jobs.
Oh, AI? You mean artificial intelligence?
Yeah, artificial intelligence. So there are all these articles now about how AI is going to replace workers, and honestly, it scares me. Like, what if AI can do my job better than I can? What if I become obsolete?
Okay, wait. Obsolete is a great word. We should explain it. What does obsolete mean, Alex?
Obsolete means no longer useful or needed because something better has replaced it. Like VHS tapes are obsolete now because we have streaming services like Netflix.
Great example. Or like flip phones are mostly obsolete because we have smartphones now.
Exactly. And that's what I'm worried about, becoming obsolete in my career. Like, what if AI can write reports better than me or analyze data faster than me? Then why would my company need me?
I understand that worry, but I don't think you need to be that concerned. I mean, AI can do some things, but it can't replace human creativity, empathy, and critical thinking.
I hope you're right. But when I'm lying in bed at 1 a.m. scrolling through articles about 10 jobs AI will replace by 2030, it's hard not to panic. Oh, no.
Oh no, Alex, that's definitely doom scrolling. You're reading all these scary predictions late at night when you should be sleeping.
I know, it's a bad habit. And then I worry about it all night, and then I'm exhausted the next day at work, which makes me perform worse, which makes me more worried about losing my job.
Wow, that's like a vicious cycle.
A vicious cycle, yes, that's exactly what it is.
Okay, so vicious cycle means a situation where one problem causes another problem, which then makes the first problem worse, and it just keeps going around and around.
Right. So in my case, I'm stressed about work, so I can't sleep, so I doom scroll, which makes me more anxious, so I sleep even worse, so I'm more tired at work, so I perform worse, which makes me more stressed, and it just goes around and around.
That's really tough, Alex. I'm sorry you're going through this. It sounds like you have multiple sources of stress all happening at once.
Yeah, and honestly, it's not just work and AI stuff. There's other things too.
Like what?
Well, the weather has been really stressing me out lately too.
The weather? Really?
I know it sounds silly, but hear me out. So, I moved from Ontario to New Hampshire, right?
Right, yeah.
Well, back in Ontario, I was used to cold winters, lots of snow, that kind of thing. But here in New Hampshire, the weather has been so unpredictable lately. Like last week, it was warm, almost like spring, and then suddenly it dropped to freezing and we got a huge snowstorm.
Oh, yeah, that was crazy. We got like 2 feet of snow in one day.
2 feet! And my car got stuck, and I was late to work, and I had to shovel my entire driveway by myself at 6 a.m. It was just one more stressful thing on top of everything else.
I can imagine. And you know what? Weather stress is actually more common than people think. When the weather is bad or unpredictable, it can definitely affect your mood and stress levels.
Yeah, especially when you have to commute to work in bad weather. Speaking of which, commute is a useful word. Should we explain it?
Oh, good idea. So, commute means the journey you take from your home to your work or school. It can be by car, bus, train, walking, whatever transportation you use.
Right. So my commute is normally 20 minutes by car, but in that snowstorm last week, it took me an hour and a half, and I was so stressed the whole time because I knew I was going to be late for a meeting.
An hour and a half? That's terrible. No wonder you were stressed.
Yeah, and the whole drive I'm like gripping the steering wheel, worried about slipping on ice, watching other cars slide around. It was not fun.
That sounds really scary, actually. Bad weather driving can be dangerous.
It is, and that's another thing that keeps me up at night, worrying about driving in bad weather the next day. Like I'll check the weather forecast at night, see that there's supposed to be a storm, and then I can't sleep because I'm anxious about my commute.
Man, Alex, you've got a lot going on. Work stress, AI worries, doom scrolling, weather anxiety. That's a lot of stress from different sources.
Yeah, when you list it all out like that, it sounds pretty overwhelming, doesn't it?
It does. So, what are you going to do about all this?
You can't keep going like this.
I know. I need to make some changes. Maybe I should talk to my boss about the workload?
I think that's a good idea. You need to set those boundaries we talked about earlier.
Yeah, and maybe I should stop checking my phone before bed. No more doom scrolling.
That would definitely help. Maybe try reading a book instead, or listening to calm music.
That's a good suggestion. And you know what else might help? Taking some time off work. I haven't used any vacation days in like 6 months.
6 months? Alex, you need a break. Everyone needs time to rest and recharge.
Recharge. That's another good word. When you recharge, it means you rest and restore your energy, like charging a phone battery.
Exactly. You need to recharge your batteries, Alex. Take a few days off. Don't think about work. Just relax and do things you enjoy.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe I'll take a long weekend soon. Just disconnect from work completely.
I think that would be really good for you. And honestly, our listeners might be experiencing similar stress, right? So let's talk about some ways to manage stress.
Good idea. So, listeners, if you're feeling stressed like me, here are some things that can help.
First, try to identify what's causing your stress. Is it work, school, relationships, money? Once you know the source, you can start to address it.
Right. And don't be afraid to talk to someone about it. A friend, family member, or even a professional therapist. Sometimes just talking about your stress helps you feel better.
Absolutely. And set boundaries like we discussed. Learn to say no sometimes. You don't have to do everything everyone asks you to do.
Yes, and take care of your physical health too. Exercise, eat well, get enough sleep. Even though I know that's easier said than done when you're stressed.
Yeah, especially the sleep part when your mind is racing at night.
True, but there are things that can help with that, like avoid screens before bed, no doom scrolling. Try to establish a bedtime routine that helps you relax.
Good advice. And also try to limit caffeine, especially in the afternoon and evening.
Oh man, I need to work on that one. I drink coffee all day long.
Yeah, that's probably not helping your sleep. Maybe switch to decaf in the afternoon?
Maybe, yeah. Or herbal tea. That might be more relaxing.
Exactly. Okay, so we've covered a lot today. Before we finish, let's do a quick review of the useful vocabulary we learned.
Great idea. So first, we had overwhelmed. That means having too much to deal with, feeling like everything is too much.
Then we learned adding to my plate, which means giving someone more work or responsibilities.
We talked about pulling an all-nighter, which means staying awake all night, usually to work or study.
Boundaries, the limits you set for yourself about what you will and won't accept.
Mind is racing when your thoughts are going really fast and you can't slow them down.
Doom scrolling, mindlessly scrolling through bad news on your phone or computer, even though it makes you feel worse.
Obsolete, no longer useful or needed because something better has replaced it.
Vicious cycle, a situation where one problem causes another problem, which makes the first problem worse, going around and around.
Commute, the journey from your home to your work or school.
And recharge, to rest and restore your energy.
Wow, that's a lot of useful vocabulary. And all of these words are super practical for talking about stress in English.
Exactly. So listeners, try to use these words in your own life. Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, and remember, it's okay to feel stress sometimes. Everyone does. The important thing is to recognize it and take steps to manage it.
Well said, Alex. And I really hope you take your own advice and take care of yourself, okay?
I will, I promise. Thanks for listening to me vent today, Sophie.
Of course. That's what friends are for. And hey, that's what we're here for too, to have real conversations in English about real topics that matter.
Exactly. We're not just teaching vocabulary in isolation, we're showing you how English speakers actually talk about these things in real life.
Right. So thank you all so much for listening to Daily English Actually today. We hope this episode was helpful for you.
If you learned something new, please share this podcast with your friends who are learning English. And don't forget to practice the vocabulary we learned today.
Yes, try to use these words in your own conversations. Maybe tell a friend about something that's been stressing you out using some of this vocabulary.
Great idea. And remember, learning a language can be stressful too, but don't let that overwhelm you. Take it one step at a time, be patient with yourself, and keep practicing.
Wonderful advice. And hey, before we go, if you're enjoying Daily English Actually and finding these conversations helpful, we'd absolutely love it if you could subscribe to our podcast.
Yes, subscribing really helps us reach more English learners like you. Plus, you'll never miss an episode, and we release new conversations every week.
Exactly. We cover so many practical topics from everyday situations to emotions, from work life to relationships, all designed to help you speak English naturally and confidently.
And you know what? Your support means the world to us. Every subscriber, every person who shares our podcast with a friend, it motivates us to keep creating helpful content for you.
So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button.
And if you really want to help us out, leave a comment. Tell us what you like about the podcast or what topics you'd like us to cover next. We read every single comment.
We really do. Your feedback helps us create better episodes for you. All right, everyone, take care of yourselves, manage your stress, and we'll see you in the next episode.
See you next time. And remember, it's okay not to be perfect. Progress, not perfection.
Bye, everyone. Don't forget to subscribe.
Bye. Thanks for being part of our Daily English Actually family.